Hi everyone, thanks for joining for another guided meditation. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Rebecca Hung, meditation teacher, yoga instructor, and holistic health practitioner. I'm really glad that you've taken the time out of your evening or day or whenever you're watching this to just come back to yourself. I wanted to dive a little bit today into um, some philosophy in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. And I wanted to focus on the qualities of sthira and sukha. And now, sthira sukha asana is meant to represent um, the feeling of steadiness and ease within our yoga postures. And I want to just take this a little bit further. Been exploring this really deeply over the last few weeks and month as we all try to navigate steadiness and ease in our circumstances. So, taking our meditation practice off of the mat into our daily lives and just reflecting on how we can begin to cultivate feelings of steadiness or strength within a time that feels quite stormy, and how we can also feel qualities of ease and grace and surrender in a time when we feel like we don't have a lot of control or that we're being put in positions where our control is limited. So I encourage you to explore the qualities of sthira and sukha a little bit more in the Yoga Sutras if that calls to you. Today we're going to experience this a little bit more in our bodies through some mindful movement that's going to embody the qualities of effort and ease. And then we're going to go through a meditation using some breath work that, again, is also going to be rooted and focused in a steadiness of breath and an effortful breath, but also a breath that is at the same time effortless and has ease to it. So we're going to explore the balance between both. We're going to also come to a place of gratitude for ourselves and for the seemingly small things in our life that can really help us to start to feel a little bit more in control of what we pay attention to. And then we're going to introduce a mantra toward the end, and then I'll give you some time in silence. So please feel free to be seated or lying down. I do encourage you to stay seated if it works for you today, just because there is this special place in between wakefulness and sleep where we can have a really cool experience of coming into ourselves and relaxing the mind, but being still really fully present in the body. That said, if being on your back, sleeping in a sleeping posture, not sleeping, but in a relaxed supine posture is where you need to be, then that's where you need to be today. So take a moment just to ask yourself that question and put yourself in a position that is going to work for you. We want to feel no tension in the body. We want to feel like we're able to have a nice long spine, like we can breathe freely, and that we're totally supported. So if that means that you're sitting on something that is going to support the body. I'm sitting on a bolster at the moment. Or perhaps you're just being supported against a wall or sitting on a chair even. So take the time to settle in to wherever is going to work best for you today. And then I do invite you to close the eyes. And if that isn't comfortable for you, then just lower the gaze down toward your heart or wherever it feels good. I want to remind you that this is your practice. So if all you do is lie here or sit here and breathe for the time that we're together, then you're practicing your meditation perfectly. There's no expectations. Just take whatever you need from this practice. So just start to feel the breath and just notice it. Notice if it feels like it requires a lot of effort today. And just start to notice if the inhale and exhale feel differently from each other. Just notice the qualities that the breath holds for you today. Notice how the body accepts the inhale. Notice how the body allows the exhale. And breath by breath, you start to come back to your center. And just putting aside any worries or thoughts that might be trying to follow you into your practice now, and just giving them the opportunity to be put aside for the time being. And they will no doubt try and come back to you. But just the watching and witnessing of that is where you start to have a little bit more power and control. So every time a thought starts to creep into the mind, just notice it, return back to the breath, and allow it to move through you. Knowing that trying to stop the thoughts is not the goal, but to come back to the breath and come back to your center is. The more and more you focus on what it is that you do want to experience, the coming back to the breath and the coming back to the center, the more the other stuff will begin to fall away, the thoughts, the worry. And just breath by breath, we begin to come back to ourselves. Knowing too that when we start to come back to ourselves, we begin to be able to show up better for others. So this time you take here is not selfish, but incredibly purposeful and important. Just begin to think about the qualities of the breath that feel forced. Does it feel like you're having to inhale a little further than you want to? Can you just relax with the breath and allow it to flow a little more freely, a little less forced? Can you relax parts of the body that feel tight or tense as you breathe in and as you breathe out? Is there any part of the breath that feels like it would like to lengthen and extend out? Perhaps you want to extend the exhale a little bit further. Perhaps you would like to draw the inhale into the body a little bit deeper, feeling it in different parts of the body as you expand. Just beginning to notice these qualities in the breath. Our mindful movement today is going to be progressive muscle relaxation. So without opening the eyes, just staying exactly as you are, begin to explore the balance between effort and letting go as we begin to contract and relax different parts of the body. Starting in the face, squeeze the whole face really tight and then relax the entire face. Relax deeper and deeper. Again, squeeze the whole face and then relax. Do this one more time. Now see if you can contract and squeeze the back of the neck. And squeeze and contract on the breath in, and then relax and soften all of the muscles of the neck on the breath out. And do this a few more times. Squeezing, inhaling, contracting the back of the neck on the breath in, and completely relaxing on the breath out. And then moving down to the shoulders. We're actually going to tighten the shoulders, even drawing them up toward the ears. Squeezing the shoulders, and then exhale to release and let them go. And then doing this 2 more times. Now we're going to squeeze and contract the whole arm, not the hand yet, just the arms. Squeeze and contract both arms on the inhale and relax with the exhale. Tighten, tense, and squeeze the arms on the inhale, leaving the hands soft. And then letting go on the exhale. And then one last time. And now moving down to the hands, tighten, make fists with the hands, squeeze really tight. And then exhale to let the hands go completely, soften through every finger. Again, inhale, tighten the hands, squeeze, make fists, wrap the thumbs around the fingers. Exhale to soften. And one more, inhale to squeeze. And exhale to soften. And work into the front body now. If you can, imagine squeezing, tightening, and tensing the chest. Even if you feel like it doesn't move that much, just visualize Do your best, exhaling and relaxing. Inhaling to squeeze the chest muscles, and exhale to relax the chest. One last time. Now we'll work down into the belly and the stomach. Tighten and tense the whole stomach, all of those internal organs, and then exhale to soften. Really let the breath out. Relax. Good. Again, tighten and tense the belly. And an exhale, soften the belly. Again, tighten and tense one last time. Exhale, soften. See if we can bring our attention now into the back body. So if you can, just visualize or feel, do your best to tighten and tense the whole back body. All the muscles in the back body, and exhale to soften. Find the strength as you tighten, tense, contract the back body, and exhale to soften. And one last time. Bring your attention now to the glutes. You tighten and tense the glutes, and exhale to soften. Tighten and tense, contract the glutes, and exhale to soften. Do this a third time. Drawing our attention now down into the legs, leaving the feet soft. See if you can tighten and tense, contract only the legs. The whole upper leg, the whole bottom of the leg, and soften, totally let go on the breath out. Find strength, contraction, tightening on the inhale, and a softening with the breath out. And do this a third time. Let's move down into the feet. Tighten and tense the feet. Curl the toes under if you can, and then exhale to soften the feet. Again, tighten and tense the feet, and exhale to soften. This time, rather than tightening the toes, spread the toes as you contract through the feet, and then exhale to soften. And now tighten and tense every single part of the body, from the very head all the way down to the fingers and toes. Tighten, squeeze the body, and then completely let go. Soften, surrender, feel supported into the ground beneath you. Before you move on, just take another breath in and another exhale to soften. And then inhale to contract, tighten and tense the entire body. Don't forget about the face, the chest, back body, hands, arms, legs, feet, and then breathe out to soften. And then do this one last time. Good. Just completely let go. I invite you now, if you like, to try what's called the Mukala Mudra. A mudra is a position that we place our hands to help focus and draw the mind into the center of the body. And the Mukala Mudra is just all the fingers and the thumbs drawn together. As if you were to visualize the bud of a flower or a newly grown plant. This also helps to connect all the meridian lines in the body. And now there is some effort there where the intention is drawn together, each finger is drawn together, but there should also be an ease and a lightness in the hands. So if you're not feeling that mudra doesn't work for you, just let the hands be soft or choose a hand position that works best for you. And just come back now to noticing the breath once more. Just notice if it feels any different than at the beginning. How is the steadiness of the breath? How is the ease of the breath? Meditation is the steadiness within the letting go. Breath by breath, our practice helps connect us with our inner strength so we can more easily move through what we cannot control. Breath by breath. Draw the breath now down deep into the belly. See if you can fill the space just below the belly button. On the inhale, let it rise. And on the exhale, let it fall. Feel that low belly on the breath in. Exhaling, letting it fall. With effort and attention, that belly moves up and out on the inhale. With ease, the belly expands. And on the breath out, with attention, the belly contracts and moves back toward the spine. Both effort and ease, letting the belly rise, letting the belly fall on the breath out. On your next inhale, fill the low belly, but then also expand the side body, the side ribs. And then exhale to relax the side ribs and relax the belly. With effort and attention, letting the low belly rise, letting the side ribs expand. And with both ease and effort, letting the side ribs contract, letting the belly fall. Inhaling belly, side ribs. Exhaling, relaxing completely. On your next inhale, fill the low belly, expand the side ribs, and then allow the chest to lift and fill. And on the breath out, let the chest relax, side ribs contract, and low belly pull back, soften. Filling the low belly, expanding the side ribs, lifting the heart. And exhaling, lowering the heart and chest, relaxing the side ribs, contracting the belly. With both effort and attention, watching this wave move the torso, allowing the breath to move deep into the body, and then inviting it also to leave with gratitude. Low belly, side ribs, chest on the inhale. Softening chest, side ribs, low belly. And the next time you inhale, as you draw the expansion of the torso up through to the chest, also bring with you an inner smile. And as you exhale, don't let that inner smile go. Keep it at the center of your belly, in your heart, or whatever, wherever it lands within you. Maybe that inner smile begins to transform into an outer smile. Continue to be with that 3-part breath if that feels perfect for you. Otherwise, breathe in whatever way now is most comfortable for your body. Keeping attention and intention on each breath in and each breath out. yet still inviting a sense of ease within the breath. Here as you are, imagine that you are watching yourself in a mirror. You're seeing your own reflection. And to notice the qualities of your being in this moment. The steadiness, the centeredness, the strength that you are embodying in this moment, which continues to deepen with each intentional breath in and each intentional breath out. See your own inner strength. See it in the physical body. See it in the centeredness of the mind on the breath. And feel it in the heart. You are calm. You are steady. You are solid. Each intentional breath in and breath out reminds you of this. See yourself in your own reflection. What does that strength look like? What does it feel like? Breath by breath. In that strength, you also begin to feel free. In that reflection, what parts of yourself can you see as relaxed? Perhaps it's that inner smile. Perhaps it's that outer smile. Perhaps the connection that you have with your breath allows you to be more and more relaxed in the moment. Where in your body and mind can you feel ease? Breath by breath. As you look at yourself in your own reflection, allow everything around you to begin to dissolve. Knowing that it doesn't really matter where you are, because wherever you are, you're still here. Wherever you go, you're still here. Breath by breath, feeling strong on the inhale, softening through the exhale. Now beginning to give yourself in this moment, as you look at yourself in your own reflection, giving yourself great gratitude. Just turning that inner smile up another notch. Maybe even letting those lips part as the outer smile also begins to rise. As you sit here watching the brilliance of your own inner strength and your own inner ease. Just watching in awe as you allow yourself to experience both of these states at the same time. In this moment, offering yourself a gift of love, gratitude, and thanks for showing up every time the storm feels too big, knowing that you can find your center once more with ease and effort at the same time. Allow that picture of yourself also to slowly dissolve. Just return back to noticing the quality of the breath. Now just trusting that the breath will both be strong and free. As you start to introduce the mantra, with strength and ease, I feel free. With strength and ease, I feel free. With strength and ease, I feel free. Knowing this mantra or mental tool, trusting that it is guiding the mind into the heart, so that this understanding becomes real for you. Even if it doesn't feel real in this moment, with both effort and ease, you can come back to your center. With strength and ease, I feel free. Continue to repeat the mantra silently in your mind the next couple minutes, and I'll bring you back. With strength and ease, I feel free. Slowly begin to let go of the mantra, letting it dissolve into space, just as before. Return back to the 3-part breath. Bringing the breath down into the low belly, expanding the ribs, lifting the heart. Exhaling to settle the heart. Let the side ribs relax. Let the belly fall. Just extending out each inhale and each exhale just a little bit more. A little bit further than the breath before. Still with ease, but just with a little more effort. Finally, just let go of the 3-part breath and just return back to a natural inhale and exhale. Start to feel a little bit of movement back in the fingers, the feet. Perhaps you'd like to find a little bit of movement in the neck. Slowly begin to become aware of the space around you again without losing that inner awareness. If it feels good for you, you can bring one hand over the heart and then the other. And just once again, give gratitude to yourself for showing up today. Remembering that anytime life feels overwhelming or out of control, we have the opportunity to relax with it. And at the same time, we can also find our center again with effort and intention, breath by breath. And as we come back to our center, this is what allows us to let go. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Feel free to stay longer. Namaste.